are we even talking about this for?
What's up, guys? It's Benny. President Trump's administration is just over 100 days old, and I'm already nostalgic for the early days of Trump 2.0. Remember Governor Justin Trudeau of the 51st state of Canada? How President Trump would troll them with memes like this, or memes like this, or memes like this. How President Trump would roast Justin Trudeau on a daily basis by calling him the governor of the great state of Canada. Roasted him right out of a job as Justin Trudeau resigned after this. I mean, I guess you could call this the greatest coup in American history. Trump memed Justin Trudeau out of office. President Trump said on a regular basis that he demands Canada become the 51st state.
Canadian businessman, he was a private meeting. He said that your wish for Canada to be the 51st state is a, quote, real thing. Is it a real thing?
Yeah, it is. I think Canada would be much better off being a 51st state because we lose $200 billion a year with Canada, and I'm not going to let that happen. It's too much. Why are we paying $200 billion a year, essentially in subsidy to Canada? Now, if they're a 51st state, I don't mind doing it.
Is that a real thing? Yeah, it is. Justin Trudeau resigned. And there's many people with many different takes on all of this, right? Like whether this is 4D chess, what happened in the Canadian parliamentary elections was just a absolute and total collapse of the Conservative Party because, well, the leader of the Conservative Party decided to attack President Trump, attack America, attack conservatism, and then lose his seat in Parliament, which is embarrassing. Obviously, the Conservative Party in Canada needs some help and to learn a little bit about the MAGA movement and the America First movement here and exactly how galvanizing that is. The point is that some liberal cuck became the Prime Minister of Canada. His name's Mark Carney. Mark Carney was at the White House kissing Trump's ass today and prompted a little speech where he said that Canada is no longer for sale. Of which Donald Trump says, never say never.
Get along very well. They like each other a lot.
Well, if I may, as you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever. But the opportunity is in the partnership and what we can build together. And we have done that in the past. And part of that, as the president just said, is with respect to our own security. And my government is committed for a step change in our investment in Canadian security and our partnership. And I'll say this as well, that the president has revitalized international security, revitalized NATO, and us playing our full weight in NATO, and that will be part of it.
That's true. And they have, I must say, Canada is stepping up the military participation because Mark knew, they were low and now they're stepping it up, and that's a very important thing. But never say never. Never say never.
Never say never. Now, the Prime Minister of Canada is a complete and total lunatic. He's going to lead to the utter destruction of the nation of Canada. He's going to flood Canada with criminal aliens. He's going to cripple Canada's fuel and their mineral productions because he is an elitist, green energy lunatic. Again, this is a guy who was a World Economic Forum apparatchik, is like inside of the bowels of that organization. He's just going to wreck Canada. Now, many argue that this is why Donald Trump wanted a liberal, because if you have a weak individual who's on an opposing party in Canada, then it's a lot easier to bully them because the nation will be in total collapse. You can argue whether that's good or bad. Nonetheless, if you want to look to blame for what happened in Canada, you just look to the boomers in Canada and how they voted. They refused to vote for the future of Canada, instead making their gripes against Trump the number one issue and saying F you to the younger generation. That is exactly what happened to Canada, and that's how you get liberal leftist Prime Minister Mark Carney. Now, before we get to Donald Trump roasting Barack Obama's library and talking about his background as a builder and how Barack Obama's library is being destroyed, by DEI building policies, I want to get to something that President Trump teased that is making all of the news right now. Donald Trump teased a very big announcement ahead of the Middle East trip. Now, Donald Trump's about to head to the Mideast. He's going to do a bunch of meetings in a bunch of different countries. But it's these kind of little things that Trump says that really cue us to like something huge is on the horizon. We've been saying this for a while. A very, very big announcement, as big as it gets. We're going to have a very, very big announcement to make. It'll be one of those announcements that are the most important announcements that have ever been made in many, many years about a certain subject. What could Trump possibly be talking about here? Listen to the way that he frames this. It's as big as it gets. I won't tell you on what, but it's very positive. It will be one of the most important announcements that has ever been made in many, many years about a certain subject. Okay? Let's listen to the president here, and then we'll speculate on what we think this may actually be.
Maybe before we're going to, as you know, the Middle East and Saudi Arabia, we're going to UAE and Qatar, and that'll be, I guess, Monday night. Some of you are coming with us. I think before then we're going to have a very, very big announcement to make, like as big as it gets, and I won't tell you on what, but it's going to, and it's very positive. I'd tell you if it was negative or positive. I can't keep that out. It is really, really positive. And that announcement will be made either Thursday or Friday or Monday before we leave. But it'll be one of the most important announcements that have been made in many years about a certain subject, very important subject. So you'll all be here.
What does that mean? Well, he's just about to go and spend a week in all of these different Middle Eastern countries. Could it be a peace deal? Maybe. There are peace deals that are being brokered right now. Obviously, the flashpoint is Israel-Gaza. Could it be something like that? I mean, I guess. Is that what this is all about? Is Israel going to sell Gaza to the United States? Donald Trump has talked about that. What's going to, I mean, maybe because that would be a precursor to the trip. Who knows? Could it be something about the Epstein file? Since he is going to Israel. Could it be something about, international trade agreements, right? These are going to be, massive situations that have obviously rocked the stock market and rocked many Americans. What is the massive announcement is the big question. This is Donald Trump really, really selling it. And that has led to an enormous amount of speculation about what it could potentially be. Maybe a trade deal with China? I don't know. These are the kind of things that everyone's expecting. I mean, again, the pendulum swings. It could be the Epstein files. I doubt it. Okay, I doubt it. But who knows, ladies and gentlemen? Who knows? Here's one thing that we do know, that Donald Trump is never done bodying Barack Obama. Barack Obama's library, behind schedule, over budget, and mired in lawsuits because of the African-American owner of a local construction company that says the Obama Center is racist against him, accused them of racial discrimination because of his garbage work. It's incredible how the Obama Library is now the victim of DEI instability. Look at the cracks there in the foundation. They'll visit this library. Very scary stuff. Donald Trump saying that, it's Obama who wanted DEI built into his building, and now it's collapsing. And he should have listened to him. Very interesting advice here from President Trump, the builder, after a very interesting meeting in the White House.
President Obama, and if he wanted help, I'd give him help because I'm a really good builder and I build on time, on budget. He's building his library in Chicago. It's a disaster. And he said something to the effect, I only want DEI, I only want woke. He wants woke people to build it. Well, he got woke people, and they have massive cost overruns. The job is stopped. I don't know. It's a disaster. And I don't like that happening because I think it's bad for the presidency that a thing like that should happen. He's got a library that's a disaster. And he wanted to be very politically correct, and he didn't use good, hard, tough, mean construction workers that I love, Marco. I love those construction workers. But he didn't want construction workers. He wanted people that, like, never did it before, and he's got a disaster in his hands. Like...